Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Here is me, Dukect here, a little bit late, but we are here still live on Dukect Lounge. Hope you are here, relaxing, having a good time, having a fun time. We are here making sure that this show is continuing to be the greatest podcast of all time. And it takes to all of you. The reason why it will become great is because of you people who will continue to listen and, well, continue to give me, continue to feed this little train to keep going, to keep climbing, to reach the top. So, how y'all doing this evening? And this great night. I'm playing some Mario music, and I'll probably play some a little more because I am getting Super Mario Odyssey finally on the Switch, and I'm finally getting it. It's gonna be the Super Mario bundle. I can't wait. Should I review it? Probably not. Maybe do a live stream. Maybe after I finish the Mass Effect one, which will be live, of course. It will be live tomorrow. Let's see, maybe earlier. I'm gonna probably do a little bit earlier because I'm gonna have some stuff from family and everything else coming over. Maybe a little early live stream, if you will, for Mass Effect. If not, maybe early, maybe on Saturday, so we can get everything doing all that cool stuff. So that's gonna be a lot of planning. Plus, I'm gonna do a lot of work to get the Halloween review done, and I'm hopefully gonna get some more footage tonight of what I'm doing, and hopefully I get some footage tonight and tomorrow, and then I can write the script, and we're gonna do is write that script quick, fast, in a hurry, and we're going to just, I'm gonna get this thing done. And the best about video game reviews is always quick enough so I can actually hopefully get this thing done. Hopefully by the 31st, I'm gonna try to get this done for you guys, for you, the people here, in Last Week Standing. And after that, I'm gonna take probably like a little break in November. Relax a bit. After that, we're going to be doing a little, some December stuff. I'm going to look at some good movies, some stuff like that. Maybe a little bit of wrestling movies as well. If you don't want to see it, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. So hopefully, you will be there. You will be there watching and having fun with me, Dukect, for the rest of the year. And if that's said, let's get into the show. Let's get into the craziness that's going on. Now, the show starts off, we're going to be talking a little about the people behind the scenes leaving WWE. First, you have Neville asking for his release and getting it. And basically seemingly being happy off, like, hey, you know what? He left, and he seems to be a lot happier. And you know what? Hey, I can't blame him. He's been, going on the road, not getting, he was a foundational piece of the Cruiserweight division, even though the WWE did not help it. They ran 205 late. They didn't do anything. They didn't help the Cruiserweights. And that's the thing. They made them less relevant. And they made it a show, which, by the way, WWE has too many shows. 205 Live, you have NXT, you have the Takeovers, you have SmackDown, Raw, all these things. The Cruiserweights did not need their own show. The Cruiserweights, the best way for them to get over on the show on Monday Night Raw is actually be on Monday Night Raw. Make them feel a part of the show. Make them actually important on the show on Raw. You don't need another Cruiserweight. You don't need Cruiserweights and such. Just wasting time on a dead crowd, on a crowd that you had to have Enzo Amore. You had to drag him out and actually make him, a star and all that type of stuff. Fine, whatever. Okay. Another thing, it was another thing after another, and that's why Neville probably just said, you know what, you just make me feel like I'm not going to be any use. I'm just going to just walk away and probably be a lot happier. And honestly, he'll probably make a lot more money and be more of a star than Enzo. I guarantee you. Because honestly, man, Neville, he left probably given his height. He'll probably have less stress, work less shows, make more money. So, and hey, you never know. He might come back a couple years later, and he might get that big contract. And Enzo will probably be just, like most things, irrelevant in like 2 or 3 years, if not already. But anyway, we're going to get to more stuff, but we're going to get to the other stuff that Nia Jax supposedly left via leave of absence. She left because it, supposedly some things happened. There's a lot of people are saying she was leaving. So people says supposedly she was very upset, and there was a rumor supposedly these dirt sheets, and is that gospel? I don't know, but there's a rumor Nia Jax possibly pulled Neville. That Nia Jax was upset, and in some case she called The Rock for advice, saying she don't know what they're doing and everything else. So yeah, she's like, if they're not gonna find anything for you or anything else, supposedly, supposedly she called her, she called supposedly her cousin The Rock. She is related to The Rock, and is she's like she's unhappy in her position. In fact, she was wanted to face Asuka in TLC. Personally, and honestly, her and Asuka had a pretty good match in NXT. I think personally, for Nia Jax, I think she should have stayed in NXT. She was getting better in NXT. She wasn't terrible or horrible. She just was limited. But yet, to me, not all wrestlers need to be like doing 500 moon splashes. And yes, she was taking a lot of bumps on that that last match at No Mercy. Holy crap, she took some big bumps. So I gotta give her props. That she deserves that. And she's working really well too. Hell, I praised in the WrestleMania match. She did a pretty good job of Charlotte and Sasha. And when Nia Jax left, that match died a death. So I think Nia Jax is not the worst wrestler. I think she's improving step by step. I think she should have stayed in NXT. I think honestly she should have been the one to dethrone Asuka at that takeover. Asuka and Bayley, pin both of them and dominate, and then have Ember Moon beat her at this year's takeover. Have her have a dominant performance and such, and move Asuka up then instead of having Asuka choke to the division and kill it. And I don't care how good Ember Moon or anything else is, she's still second best. I don't know why they didn't have her lose the title. And this undefeated streak is gonna overweight and overwhelm her, and it's going to basically overwhelm them into a point that people are just not gonna care why. I didn't even care about Asuka or any matches or anything else because Asuka wins every time, and I just bored. That's what I think. Yeah. Supposedly, it is, but that's a lot of rumors and such. But she did call her cousin supposedly, and she said, "Well, if they have anything for you, just leave." And you know what? I agree with that. And other people said that, and all these other things. There was rumors that supposedly she was so she had all these other crazy stuff that happened. So, and now we have this. She was supposedly called and call her cousin saying, encourage her to walk away. She's unhappy, and honestly, and to me, the 50-50 booking again is another problem. They set her up as a monster, and yet she continues to lose in these big matches, which makes no sense. In fact, she was dominating in this whole I think it was a gauntlet match. She was dominating, and then she loses to Sasha Banks, which, by the way, she was the last competitor, by the way. And they're saying, and I'm like, really? That's, to me, makes Sasha look like a heel. You just made Nia Jax look like, wow, she went through all these competitors, and she she fought bravely. She didn't cheat or anything else. She just dominated and won all of her competition. Yet Sasha Banks comes in and beats her. I'm like, that's kind of like bad booking. That you make the heel look like a determined babyface, and then the babyface look like a conniving heel coming out last. That's the thing. That really is the dumb stuff there. And then having her lose matches and meaningless matches, and then by the time she does get any part, people just like, oh, she just keeps winning and losing. There's no real importance to her. And people say, oh, Natalya's been there for 10 years and everything else. Like, really? Is that your standard? Is that your standard? Of just take all the crap you give, and when you're old and when you're basically, not as good as you once were. I mean, I like Natalya, but she is not as good as she was back in 2010 or like a couple years ago. She's not as good. She's okay. She regressed really. I think she is showing her age a bit. She's not as good as she once was. She's fine, but she's not dominant as she was. She's not as good as her. Just wait a while. You get good in the work weight, and then they'll let her. I'm like, this is the same company, WE, where they grind your position and make you lose so many times to the point that you are just another person on the roster. You're just another body, and then they'll finally slap a title on you, seeing that you're relevant. Newsflash: you're not relevant. You're just. And I like Natalya. I like Natty, but she's not. She's like, she doesn't need to win the title. They're just dangling the whole Carmella stuff, which honestly, Carmella should be in Natalya's position at this point. She should be. Charlotte should be. She's the princess of Style 9. She should say it's right there. Charlotte, the prince, says, I'm the prince. No, I am the queen of SmackDown. And then Charlotte could come back, and that's instant right there. That's brilliant right there. Instead, WWE just continues to hold. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have any logic and stuff. For sure, you have a Mark Henry and such. You have a Mark Henry, the whole House of Pain, which they finally took that many years. But those are outliers. Not many people stick around and get job, and finally, they're relevant and stuff, I don't want to, bite someone else. It's just the MTO reviews. One of them, I think, said that it's like reverse booking. It's like the more you bury somebody, the more the fans like them, and then they don't need to do anything. Just book them to lose, and then people seem to like it to just throw a victory or two. It's like the more times people lose, they seem to get more positive vote, which doesn't make any sense. I don't get that. And I don't get this any logic of staying someplace if you don't. And she was already a model, and heck, she's like, I'm going to go maybe to Hollywood and say what's up. Or go into movies. Which, honestly, and on the real, the whole Divas Revolution is crap. I gotta say this right now. I can get flames for it, but it's meaningless. The Divas Revolution, the matches are better, but not by much. It's just, the entire thing, the WE, it could be so much better. It could be so much better than what it is right now. And instead, they have these women fighting matches that mean nothing. They have they split their roster, so they have really of a weak women's division. The Raw women's division and SmackDown women's division are incredibly weak. Even when that storyline, storylines and stuff when SmackDown was good, it was bare bones, and quite honestly, they didn't need really a brand split right now. They didn't need to make a brand split. Because quite honestly, they didn't have much stars. They don't have enough stars. In fact, they need to start cutting some wrestlers. And if not, and all this other stuff. And then I wanted to go and leave, but apparently though, she's just, she's going to leave, but yet, then she's going to stay. Apparently though, rumor has it that she's going to stay, which is, I'm like, fine. If she is going to if she's going to stay, I hope that, hopefully WWE does right with her. I hope that they do right with her, and start building not just her, but also other women in the roster. You need someone like, say, maybe Alicia Fox, who's more interesting to Becky and Sasha. She is more interesting. She has a defined character. Alicia Fox is a defined character. She's interesting. Bayley, she's done. She's gone. I'm sorry. Bayley, WWE screwed her up. It's over for her, people. It's done. Bayley's gone. She's done. Sasha, what? She just says I'm the boss. Boss of what? Who are you? What? Yeah, it tries to be Eddie Guerrero. She's trying to be too many things, but yet there's nothing surface level for Sasha Banks. There's nothing for her. It just, there it is. There's nothing to her. There's no character. There's nothing. And yeah, it's just nothing. There's no real interest in the WWE Divas division or women's division or whatever you want to call it. It's superficial. It's just, there's nothing there. There's no meat there. I like Alexa Bliss. She has a defined character. Alexa Bliss has a defined character. Carmella, I think she has a real defined character. Right now, Becky Lynch, very underused at this point, but I think that's in her favor because she's more likable and more interesting than any of the horsewomen at this point. I think Becky Lynch should be the one face of SmackDown right now because she's not overexposed. She's had some development. I really wish they could have done more with the Money in the Bank. Have her chase the championship a bit and actually have her win at Royal Rumble WrestleMania. I think that she should have that goal. That's for her. But right now, it's frustrating, Yeah, that's what it is. And I'm hopeful she does. Everyone's saying Nia Jax should leave and stay. She does leave. I hope she lands on her feet. If she stays, hopefully she comes back stronger, and actually they book her correctly and actually have her win matches. Let's have her be dominant. Let's have her have a big moment at Survivor Series. If she's a monster, let her be a monster. If not, what's the point of having her around? But that's my thing. That's what I got to say about that. Anyway, we'll be right back here, live in the Dukect Lounge. Remember, if you want to call into the show, 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect with me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. We're right back right after this, and we will be talking about Jeff Jarrett and his road to rehab. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that soon, and let's see. We're going to be listening to some Sucking Secrets by Fishy. That is on the Super Mario 64 Portrait of the Plumber. You can get this on ocremix.com. There are great songs there. Seriously, go check them out. They're great. And then we'll be right back here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for listening. Me, Dukect. We'll be right back right after this. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening and joining me here on the Dukect Lounge. Guest Drew 3 and everyone else here. Hopefully you're having a good time listening to some OC remix music. Oh, that was awesome. And you know you love it. You know you love it. And that's how you keep watching and listening. Anyway, let's get into Jeff Jarrett. I already talked to this on the YouTube Saints, they were gracious enough to let me host and everything and let me talk a lot longer than I have. So that's why I pushed the show back. I was like, I don't know. And, Jeff Holiday, dude, gave me a shot. And, hey, maybe this will actually give me some more subscribers and such. And hopefully people actually start listening. Anyway, Jeff Jarrett. Well, Impact Wrestling this week announced that today they have terminated its business, announced on October 23rd that they terminated its business relationship with Jeff Jarrett and Global Force Entertainment. Ouch. And this comes off, at first Jarrett seemed a little bit bigger and such. And supposedly, oh gosh, that according to Jarrett, that Anthem has no money. Yeah, they basically have little to no money, and even better. And I think this is from Shark from Freaking Awesome Network Board, which, by the way, you should go to the Freaking Awesome Network Boards if you're a wrestling fan. It's awesome. They have a nice, cool stuff with wrestling and also sports stuff and off-topic stuff, too. But also, check out this stuff. It's hilarious. The Impact stuff is great. Also, the WWE stuff forums, great stuff. But here it is. I can't say this any better as myself, but this is just true. All truth right here from Shark for you, and I put this right here, man. It says right here, and I quote, so let's look at things that happened under Anthem this year. They go and alienate their hottest act in the company, the Hardys, sue them for a gimmick they can't really use, and don't even make sure the Hardys drop the tag titles to one of their own teams. They hired Alberto El Patron, pushed him to the moon, gave him the world title, and have him go over Lashley, the other top draw. A week later, they have to suspend him because of a potential domestic violence incident. They partnered up with Jarrett and GFW to restructure the company and launch a massive relaunch under the new Global Force Wrestling banner. And Norm, I mispronounced the name, sorry. And Nordholm constantly goes on social media and says stupid things. There's probably a lot of them on social media. That's sadly, but that's the case for most people or infamous people doing that. Hell, regular people say stupid things on social media. It's not surprising. But yeah, whatever. But I agree with most of this post here. It says, quote, they made a major angle between Jerry Borash and Josh Matthews. Oh, yes, that terrible feud, which was supposedly forgiven at the Slow vs. match, which they did the broken stuff, which was so stupid back in the day. It was stupid. It was stupid. I hate announcer feuds. I hate it when Cole and King did it. And Matthews and Borash, they don't have 1/10 of the 1% charisma or anything close to Michael Cole or Jerry King Lawler. Yes, breaking news, people. Jeremy Borash and Josh Matthews are not as charismatic as Michael Cole. That's my own personal piece. But he continues. All right, he continues. They partner up with AAA Mexico, and Jarrett immediately bears the company at AAA's biggest show of the year, getting drunk and sloshed, throwing tortillas in the crowd, and clearly being in no shape and perform. Once that happens, they have not only suspend Jarrett, but potentially cut off all GFW mentions. They launched a network that was released early because the people there didn't know how to do anything right. They eventually launched their network with little fanfare, plus it's on an unsecure website, meaning anyone who puts their credit information could have it easily stolen. The name said network after Global Force Wrestling, who have now terminated the deal with. Have I forgotten anything? This has happened less than 1 year after Anthem acquired Impact. It has been like 7 to 8 months. And this is all true. Under less than a year, this company became even more of a laughingstock. I don't know how this happened. It is the God's. I never seen this before. I know maybe someone out there can put this locale or anything else out there. I want someone to put. I want somebody. I want someone to point to me at another company has done just this badly. I want someone to do that. I'm begging someone to show me this. Because I don't know any other thing to do it. It is honestly at this point, I didn't think it was actually possible that they have something so easy to fuck up. But they did. In every aspect of it, they fucked up. But anyway, back to Jarrett. The RCW promoter, that's in Canada, says, quote on Facebook, said, back to depressing news, that RCW has the unfortunate news to report that Jeff Jarrett will not be appearing tonight's event due to reasons beyond his company control, as Jeff Jarrett boarded a plane and left the country on his own accord this morning. And Jeff Jarrett did appear last night in Calgary at the RCW event, but again has chosen to leave country due to his issues. And I saw the video, and I will put the link in the description. And oh my gosh, this was really bad. This was, I saw this, and I was like, Jesus, man, this was just beyond. I mean, the link will be in the description, but he looked lost. He was slurring his words, couldn't do a scoop scan. I was like, I don't want to watch. This is just bad. I can't do this anymore. I couldn't watch it anymore. It was just beyond sad, but we have good news though. He has supposedly checked into rehab, and it seems like the WWE is paying for it, and that is good. So awesome, I'm hopeful that he gets help, because that's just depressing. It is, hopefully that he, hopefully, here's hopefully that he gets better. That's the hope. And man, but this is, again, when you look at it, the whole year, TNA, Impact Wrestling, GFW, this is just another log on the fire for them. This is a company that basically has, I don't know what you can call it, but it seems like it's just, I don't know. You just hopefully, hopefully Jeff Jarrett gets back together. But I don't see TNA or Impact Wrestling or whatever it's called will get better anytime soon. Because my gosh, this company seems to be like a complete and total crapshoot. Jesus. Oh, Lord. Hopefully he'll get better. Hopefully Jeff Jarrett get better. Hopefully TNA or Impact Wrestling or whatever you want to call it, Impact Wrestling. Hopefully they will get their crap together. Hopefully, hopefully they can get some young talent in. Talent that is actually working with them. Hopefully they can build up some actual goodwill again, maybe in 2018, and actually do something positive. Because right now, all I see is a company that is circling the drain. And I will not be surprised by beginning of early 2018, TNA, you would say the company formerly known as Impact Wrestling, aka TNA, aka Global Force Wrestling, will be under the umbrella of WWE. So, WWE's already sending out a little bit of a survey saying you want to see Impact Wrestling. I will not be surprised in 2018 you will see Impact Wrestling finally get its dirt nap, and well deservedly so. This company could have been great, had a chance at greatness, but they fucked it up. They blew it. They blew it away. They completely blew it. They blew it. They had a chance of greatness, and they lost it. And they've been tumbling down ever since. But that's just my thing. Hopefully, everything will work out. If not, hey, at least we'll have the memories. Well, that's the show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a great time. Hope you had a very fun time. It's Dukect here. Peace, love. See you when I see y'all. Later.